Morning. I was just trying to decide what deck to use. And Crow Tarot. How is everyone? Everybody good? Good morning. Brighten you up, buttercups. Good morning. Oh, won't you please? I just heard that song on the radio. Good morning. So, good morning. I hope you can hear me over all these fans I have going on in my room. Drinking your espresso? Yeah. My sister just went and got me a coffee. I'm just shaking it. Good morning. Good morning, Lush. Good morning, everyone. Let's see what we got. Aw, thanks, Joanne. Did I say tired? Tired? You're tired? How am I feeling? I'm feeling better. I got tested for the COVID-19 yesterday. Kind of have a lot of symptoms. So I'm just taking it easy. For those who are curious on why I haven't really been on. So I probably won't know until tomorrow. And if it comes in over the weekend, then I guess the government gives you a call. Good morning. So I'm definitely self-quarantining. Left work the other day once I found out. So I was in contact with somebody who had it. But it's really like a lot of allergy symptoms. But that's what a lot of the symptoms are right now, believe it or not. But there's more just on top of like the allergies. So, and today I woke up with like swollen glands. So I took, I took a Claritin. So I hope that helps. Guess we'll find out. I'm trying not to think about it. And that test is like, it's not awful, but it's awful. I felt like they scraped my eyeballs. My sister got tested too. Hers came back negative, which is great. So sure, fine. If I have it, I have it. What do you? So but besides that, let's do a read. I did a random one last night for you guys, and it didn't I didn't see that coming. You know? So I wouldn't have gotten tested myself either. Because I really just think it's allergies, but because of how everything was rolling, it's the right thing to do, you know? I had to do the right thing. So to think you have it and not get tested, you know, you're putting too many people at risk. I get what you're saying though, but think about it, like, I almost was like, no, because Ashley's positive. Ashley has it, she has symptoms, she's it's a little rough right now. And live with my parents. You know, yeah, definitely stay home, for sure. But, I was like, oh, do I not? I contemplated because I didn't want everyone to, like, panic, you know? Well, a lot of people are carriers, guys, and you never even know they have it. Another friend of ours has it. She has absolutely no symptoms. None. And the only reason why we found out she had it because she was getting minor surgery, so they test. And then Ashley realized she had been around her, and then I had been around her. You know. And it was the right thing to do. I go to work every day, you know. I got 6 people in this house, 8 people in this house. So I didn't really have an option. And I'd rather know than not know. I honestly feel like a lot of people can have it too and not realize it. And that's kind of even scarier. You know? So but I feel fine. Like I said, it was hard to like talk here and there. And say I woke up with swollen glands. I'm like, but that's signs of allergies too. You know? So if I have it, I have it. What are you gonna do? But there's so many carriers that have 0 symptoms. And I'm sure you can have it and just have mild symptoms. You're all gonna yell at me right now, I know. So, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know. Won't you please take me home? I tell you, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind already, having to be home again for a couple days. I'm like, oh my god. Oh well. Let's do the rest of May. So we have the moon, we have the lovers, could be dealing with the Gemini, Pisces, or Cancer. Then you have the 3 of hearts. So, buddy, what's up? Stay right there.
Huh?
Stay right there.
Why?
Because I told you I don't want you in the bedroom.
I was going for vitamins, man.
Your vitamins? Where is your mask?
It's in your purse.
It's in my purse.
Or with Kim.
Kim has it.
It's in someone's purse.
Alright. Make sure you wear it when you come in here. Got your vitamin? There you go,
Shot,
child.
man.
I love you. Wash your hands. The moon, the lovers, and the 3 of hearts. Someone's hurt. It's a given. It's either someone you're with, been with. Could be a Pisces. I feel like this moon is speaking more of like a Pisces. For some reason, I normally don't get that vibe with the moon at all. Normally the moon can confuse me, and it's not really confusing me. You know how every person, like every tarot reader, they got that one card? Maybe because I'm ruled by the moon. I don't know, but it's like, man. All I know, looking at it, it's stressing me out, so it's weird. I think 2 people are hurt here. 2 people. Well, see, I guess with the moon being here, it really is confusing me. Because with 3 cards, I should be able to nail it. Got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck with the 10 of Swords, so something again can be over. Or somebody's... Oh, yeah. Alright, let me just continue because I'm stuck. Stuck? Fucking moon. I had to go and say something. I feel like that moon is stressed though. Like, I don't know, like... Anxiety is something. Because it's definitely the unknown. Alright, but there's new energy here with the Ace of Wands going right towards the 3 of Hearts. Good morning. It's like now even more confusing. This is strange. Obviously, you're not meant to know something. That's a given. Wow, I haven't been stumped like this in a long time. I feel like I'm actually being blocked from something. I'm definitely being blocked from something. I don't know why. Which means therefore you guys are being blocked from something. Someone is stressed out. Got the 9 of Pens, which is amazing. It's confident. It's independent. So you could be dealing with a Pisces right now. Again, 2 different energies. That happened last night on the board. And I didn't see that reading coming. That reading was like, what? How many people related to that reading? That was so random. It's like, how the F do you have the Nine of Pentacles sitting under the moon? The moon is crowning the Nine of Pentacles, so it's got to be a Pisces energy. Pisces, Cancer. But there's still something unknown. I feel more anxiety than confusion. Three of Hearts here, you know, someone's hurt or, you know, someone's blocking the love. I think it's just somebody who's been wounded. But somebody who also wants a new opportunity at something, or somebody's realizing, you know, someone's wounded and it's, you know, stand strong, confident. Thanks, Kim. Someone has anxiety over a situation. Two of Pentacles with the Lovers, so it's balanced, but it's also, you know, juggling. So someone's trying to juggle some type of situation. But then it's like, it just someone gets hurt, or it's just someone blocks the other one. That could be a blockage. Ace of Pentacles. So it's like there's a new opportunity with a situation for sure. Rolling around. New energy, new, I almost said opposition. It's a new start, it's grounding, it's earth energy. Maybe before there was a situation that wasn't grounded with the Ace of Wands, it was more attraction. I don't know if someone's questioning someone's stability. I saw a butterfly today for the first time. It was yellow. Yellow mellow. Five of Cups under the Ace of Wands. So someone's still focused on, it's almost like they don't even see the new start. Someone's focused on the past, the pain. Someone's still focused on, again, the past and the pain. Why did I just say that twice? Because I think there's a difference there. Someone's focused here and now on the past, but there's something to do with the past and the pain. And it's not something you've been holding on to. Well, it could be, but it's more like, I feel like this is years and 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 years of something, guilt. So there's something here. Michael, they just, that's, wow. Okay, Spirit. Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson. I don't even know Michael Jackson like that. Does he sing that song? Man in the Mirror? Thank you, Spirit. That was really weird. Whoa, I got goosebumps. The way that came to me, the way I just channeled that, whoa. What is that song about? That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Actually heard that. That's insane. It was like in my head. I can't even explain what just happened. I don't know any of Michael Jackson's songs like that. Wow. That was, wow. I hear a lot of things like, that's just wow. It's about changing for the better. That's what the song's about. Let me just absorb what just happened for a minute. Self-reflection. I don't know. Somebody want to Google it? Talks about you wanting to change the world and start changing yourself. Okay, so it's positive. Let me just sit for a minute. Let me just really absorb what just happened to me. I just got a message a different way than I ever did before. Kinda, sorta. This one was super definitive. Like, it was, because it like flashed in front of me. And it looked like Michael Jackson standing in front of a mirror. It just like, it was very weird. I saw it. And heard it. Or I just knew it. I don't know. What the fuck? No, I didn't. No, I didn't know that. Because I don't know Michael Jackson. I knew Michael Jackson when he was like in that high five group, 5 something. All of his brothers when he was little. But not when he went solo. That was kind of cool. It was like the same, but it wasn't the same. I don't know. They can do that again. That's all I gotta say. Jackson 5. Okay. What did I say? High Five something, right? Wasn't there like a group called High Five? Maybe it was a kids' cartoon. So whatever that means to whoever, because I don't know Michael Jackson's songs. Okay. So that's a strong message for someone. So it could be the masculine in this energy. So it's almost like you got one energy that's wicked bent out of shape. You got another energy. I don't know if there's 2 energies here now. It could be them just needing this confidence. What just happened to me was so cool. Not gonna lie to you. To me, I like that. But anyhow, look at his face. You know, it's the same face. So, the 9 of Pentacles was under the moon. I feel like that's saying to me that it's this energy that needs to be strong and confident to move forward. Somebody is like, did they have a choice? Looks like they had a choice. I wouldn't say anyone chose wrong, because you always choose, you know, what you think is best for you at the time. That's a given. But there's also another connection here with the Lovers and the 2 of Cups behind the 5 of Cups. That's a given. So did somebody want to fix the past instead of going towards the future? And is the future person from the past? You know what I'm saying? Like, here we go again. I said my head is weird. There's something like that with that. That's what triggered the Michael Jackson. The past of the past, whatever I was saying, because it just went off again. So I don't know if like this one couple hung on to the past, something from the past of the past that shouldn't have been hung on to, that is now like in the current scenario. You know how like there's jealousy? And man, I kind of know what this is saying. Just don't know how to explain it. Something with the past of the past and the man in the mirror. That's all. So what is the man in the mirror about again? A new life? A new something? Reflection? Because I actually, now that I say it, like, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. But I definitely don't know the song. I'm definitely not a Michael Jackson fan or a Prince fan. I know. Shoot me now. Sorry. Was never big on Prince or Michael Jackson. Jackson 5? Hell yeah. That was very cool. So self-reflection. Changing his ways. Okay. if you want to make the world a better place. Is that the one where... So, this makes sense on why I was trying to feel everything out. Like, why I was like, this doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. This is why it's confusing. So, it's the past is involved. The past, present, the future, everything's involved here. And it kind of sucks because you're in the present moment being blah. But you know there's some type of future here too. But you want to hang on to the past. So big time reflection. Let's see what the lesson is here. Obviously you got to move on from this type of situation, so the lesson can be anything, but I love the butterfly right here. I saw one today. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. It was yellow. It's like something's repeating. Health. It would be an honor. You should honor your physical vessel. See, that's why I was like, that's the stress. Even stress can mess with your body. Your mental health, your physical health. So be aware of that. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids, eating good stuff. You got imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind, and that's on the board too, right? But it's see how random it goes back and forth, back and forth. There's that creativity, inspiration. Instead of looking at something like this, you know, embrace, get creative, nourish your mind, body, soul. Like, there's something here that's more nourishing. Like, if someone's holding on to something they should not be holding on to. That's a given. But we all do that. And with all these planets in retrograde, you know. Yep, there's that regret I felt. Okay. Which belongs to the past of the past, whatever that is. Whatever that is. Okay, we got that regret. So it's like knowing that you can't change the past. That's big. Okay. That has to do, like I said, with the past of the past, whatever that is. Okay, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, and that's when the message of the Michael Jackson came in. Okay, so it's reflecting on the past, reflecting on the present, the future, like, you name it. And then you got blame. I accept responsibility for my own well-being. Okay, like, you were the only one to blame. So I don't know if you have someone here that plays the blame game. So these are lessons. This is something you need to get through. Get through the regret. Don't sit in regret. I saw that right here. There's a new opportunity here. Don't regret your own future. You're stressing yourself out, so keep an eye on that. It's so you're either gonna continue to stress and sit in regret and take the blame or blame other people and not nourish the creative aspect that you have going on somewhere in your current situation right now, which I can't see because of all the chaos. Let the regret go. It's take the blame, accept it, and move forward. There's a tricky ass scenario here, guys. I'm telling you, like, there's a lot of depth here. It's to move forward in this scenario is like torture for someone. I think multiple people. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's linked to the past of the past of the past, whatever the fuck that is. So it doesn't just affect one person. It affects multiple people. It's tough. Tough scenario here. It's like I kind of know what it's saying, but I really honestly don't know how to explain it. Lovers, Three of Cups, something from the past, stressed out, like I said. I'm talking, this goes back, guys. This goes back. And I don't know how far back. Is it lifetimes back? Or is it just back? Like back, past, back. This goes fucking back. It goes way back. And it's affected you from the day you made the decision 30 years ago, 40 years ago. It's almost like it kept getting thrown in your face too. And now it's like you're faced with it again. Does that have anything to do with the Michael Jackson song? Everything I just explained? For those who are Michael Jackson fans? It must. I'm curious. I just want to know. It does? Really? I want more than just one opinion. Like that whole story I just shared of the past of the past of the past. Does that have anything to do with this shit? Yeah? It does? First few lines? That's very interesting. I knew that's where it was kind of going too. I just didn't know how to explain it. So for those who know that song, I guess can make sense of it. Because for a minute I couldn't, and now I can. So that's a whole lot. I don't think you've been holding on to pain. Well, regret, I don't know, 20 years, 30 years. Guys, it's been a very long time. Someone's been holding on to this. 9 years, 10 years, 2 years at the least. It almost brings me back to like lovers, right? This could be like a college lover. And someone got intertwined. Say a lady met two men, chose one, but had two of the choice, or women, vice versa, right? It's just an example of kind of like where I think this is going. And then that woman chose another man, or that man chose another woman. I don't know why it keeps making me do that. See, there's something repetitive here. It's time to nip that shit in the ass. So, and then had a life with someone else for 20, 30 years or something. That ended. But throughout the years, someone kept mentioning the other lover, the first lover, or the second lover. I'm telling you, it's something like that. And I don't know if that lover resurfaced, or hit you up on social media, and then the person that was with that person is like, are you fucking joking me? Like, so it's so personal. But it's almost like someone could have argued over you for 20 years, 10 years. You know how you got those women, or men too, but sometimes it's women, you know, that will constantly throw something in your face. You should have chose her. They did it for almost 20 years, almost 10 years. It's insane. So could you imagine if this person's actually back in this person's life and there's a new opportunity? Could you imagine what that person must feel like right now? Because that's like, see, I told you so. I told you should have been with that person. For 20 years we fought about it. I told you so. Could you imagine what that must feel like? And the thing is, here's the important part you need to realize. If that is the case, okay, and someone like that resurfaced, that's not the way it was supposed to be. The way, whoever chose who, that's the way it was supposed to go. If this energy is back, that's because you've been holding on to blame, regret, all sorts of stuff all these years. It's time to let it go. It doesn't mean you need to be with this person again, but what if this new person, this old person, is your new person? Holy fuck, what a shit show. Could be a good thing, but it could be a very good thing, but at the same time, the other energy would not think so. So did you really love me for 20 years? Did you really love me for 30 years? It's something like that, guys. This is like, whoa. Past of the past of the past. Jesus. And the thing is, this is still unknown. It's just unraveling. So there is a new connection here with a lover, and I think it was a past lover, but I think all lovers knew each other. See what I'm saying? Like, every lover knew each other. Somehow they were all intertwined, whether it's childhood or, you know what I mean? High school, college. You all knew each other. Now, I'm not saying for 20 years, 30 years, they all necessarily fought or brought your name into something, or you know what I mean, but the thoughts were always there because someone had to choose. Someone juggled you and someone else for a very long time and obviously chose one, had a life with one, and now the other one resurfaced at the end of another one. See what I'm saying? Because it coincides with all other reads, with one situation ending to go into another. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Doesn't it go something like, I'm looking at the man in the mirror? Something, yeah, change my ways. Is there something about like understanding? Because that's not the first verse I got. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Can't place it. So somehow, someone obviously needs to change their ways, but this is way more than that, guys. This is regret, blame, health, imagination. This is pain. This is moving forward. This is a lot. What did I name that video? Remember? A lot. That's on Patreon. This is a lot. So somehow you're all intertwined. Whoa. It's like, whoa. You right now could have no idea what this is regarding. Next thing you know, somebody from college hits you up. And you're with somebody. Or maybe you're not. You know what I mean? And it's like, whoa, blast from the past. But there's something there. It's a given. Tell me about this lover. Tell me about this lovers. Yeah, strength. So that means the devil was Larkin. Could be dealing with a Leo, but this is not with all this other energy. This is strength. Like, this is a big deal. This isn't minor. It's a big deal. Tell me about the moon. The moon again. Okay, we're not gonna get any answers there. Okay? The clarity, it will come. Alright, right now, you're not gonna get nothing. So again, it's extremely, the moon, you know, speaks of deception. It speaks of an unexplainable bond. It speaks of the unknown. I mean, it speaks of so many things. So to have it twice as well, just have strength to face whatever this is. Whether it's on your end or their end. The story's on my board for a reason. Someone could have chose one lover a long time ago and has always been torn. And now there's a new opportunity because the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pence is sitting in between the Five of Cups with the Two of Cups there, and it's like they don't want to see it. It's like they see it. Well, okay, here's the thing. Somebody sees it. But then what happens to the energy from the past? What happens there? Say someone had a family or they were married or together for 30 years. And then this resurfaces. Could you imagine what all parties would feel like? Guilt. Who's taking the blame for this one? How do we get ourselves out of this one? Your best advice would not to be stressed out over this. It's take what you've learned throughout the years. Holy shit, is there a lesson here? Take what you've learned throughout the years. What if somebody didn't have an affair? But you guys were all intertwined at one point. Could you imagine if something resurfaced, that person would be like, I knew it. You've been talking to this person the whole entire time. Or you've been sleeping with this. I'm talking like there's got to be someone here that, because there's a lesson. So there's one energy that would probably do that. And then there's another energy that's like the one that's stuck in the middle. And then you have the other one that's just like, we can handle this. I know how to handle this. It's still going to be hard, but we can handle this. See what I'm saying? Holy shit. Good luck, troops. Like, seriously. Because I think this is linked, it's obviously linked to the reads I've been reading, especially with the moon coming out twice. Like, this is all happening around the new moon, full moon. It's all occurring now. And you have to have strength to proceed. You have to have strength to talk it out with the past. Everyone's from the past. To push through the pain, the heartache, the regret. Someone's going to be doing the whole blame thing. Can this energy be blaming themselves? Maybe. You know, like, damn, did I really make the right decision 30 years ago? Did I? But you know what? Life doesn't work that way. You clearly 100% made the right decision. That's the way it was supposed to go. If you guys were meant to come back together 20, 30 years later, then that's just the way it was supposed to be, and you guys learned lessons in between. So you should be good to go in your future. And that's a given. But other people won't see it that way because we know how society is, and that's it. So this has a lot to do with conditioning. You guys are in a tough situation for those that are in this situation. That's a given. Because society would be like, whoa. You guys are all definitely intertwined. Whether this is you, a friend, your situation, a family member, this will come out into the open. Because again, being intertwined with the other reads, there's something that's meant to be. There's a bigger purpose here. So if you ask me, you're all intertwined. Someone chose someone else, which is exactly the way it was supposed to roll. And now this other energy is back in someone's head, or back right in front of you, or back on social media, however it works for you. But then you have the repercussions of everything from the past. And that brings up a lot of pain. I mean, there is a way to get through this with confidence. A lot of things, right? But I don't know the whole scenario because I can't really tell you the advice on which end. To me, this looks like the masculine energy that has been coming up in the reads where something's final, but there's a destined situation in front of your face. And it has to do with everyone's intertwined. I think it has to do with a lover from the past. I'm telling you, this is what this is. And it's like changing your ways with the man in the mirror. You've changed. You've outgrew a situation, but there's always been a connection between you and someone else. I don't see like anyone had an affair necessarily. Possibly, but I don't see that. Tell me about the Three of Hearts. If one lover's out of the picture, it's because something was divine to come together with another lover. Had another lover, sweeter than you, sweeter than you. Could be dealing with someone's got a lot of Leo in their chart. But now you got the moon and the sun. There's a pair here, okay? But there's something shady too, or someone's going to look at it as shady. That's a card of kids too. Someone could have kids with someone else. So yeah, see, there's something. You're all intertwined. This could be just someone like, someone's definitely seeing the potential in a new situation, but then someone's going to look at it like, did you have an affair for 3 years? Did you have an affair for 20 years? Did you have an affair for 10 years? Has this been going on behind my back for 3 fucking years? Like, I'm telling you, you'll have somebody in the picture like that. But it's like someone sees something so clearly. Totally just saw something. So now there's a new opportunity with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pents to a solid new opportunity. And it's not with the past. It's not with the current past, I should say. Yeah, see? Look at that. But it's from the past. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. So there is a new opportunity. So something was destined. I gotta run to the bathroom. Look at that. Crazy shit. For those who are in this scenario, whoa. That's all I gotta say. Well, there we go. I tried to not have you get knocked over, but hold on. This is like, oh man. So yeah, like I said, okay, with this new start with the Ace of Wands, it's the person, the past of the past. You're all fucking intertwined. And then you got the Tower, could be a Scorpio, but regardless, it's meant to go down. Okay, so whatever's going down is meant to go down. Who would have thought? You know, I don't think anybody ever wanted to be in this scenario ever. I mean, this is chaos. There is pain here. There is ego here. There is, someone never let go of you either. You're all intertwined. So sorry. But if this is the way it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Everybody will, you know, heal and move forward. There's definitely evolution here. There's definitely something on the horizon. Tell me about the Nine of Pence. The Queen of Pence was at the bottom of the deck too. It looks like the Nine of Pence, somebody didn't have confidence to stay in it. Somebody, it looks like the King of Pence walked away from it. Because this is a hard scenario. Of course somebody would be like, I'm not doing that. Say there was a marriage or somebody was together. I can so see this story because it's pulling me to something from my past, which makes a lot of sense, and I didn't pick up on it until now. You would probably want to leave this scenario be. Because could you imagine what if somebody was together for 20 years, 30 years, however long it rolled, and that other woman or man was always got thrown in your face or something? Whatever happened here, you know what this is reminding me of? This is a situation where somebody cheated from the get-go, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 3 years ago, chose one of the women or chose one of the men. And no, they didn't choose wrong. But there was always somebody on the outskirts that questioned it, and there was always another one that threw it in their face. Because you can't start off any relationship like that. It is bound to fail. That's a given. That's karmic. Whether you stay in it for 30 years, 40 years, it's karmic. That will never work, ever. Never, ever in the book of forever has any relationship that started off that way ever worked. That's the type of scenario where there needs to be a break with nobody else involved. And if you guys choose to come back together, then you come back together. But this is somewhere where there was an affair, or there was somebody cheated on somebody, whether it was freaking high school, college. This goes back, guys. And they chose someone else. And because it was built on a shaky ground, it was bound to fail. But it was karmic. Someone stayed in it for way too long. And now because it's so karmic, the original person, now that karma needs to be healed. That karma needs to be fixed. Whether you guys end up together or not. You were probably always meant to be together. But other stuff had to go down in between. You both had to grow. The person on the outside and the one who chose someone else, the two of you had to grow and evolve throughout the years. And now the two of you, I'm sure, can handle it. But could you imagine how the other energy would feel? Because this is kind of what's going down. Oh, it's going down. This might not have been in your scenario yet, but someone from your past will roll back around if they haven't yet. You got 5 planets in retrograde. Okay. I'm sure something got manipulated a long time ago, or there was manipulation throughout the years in a relationship. There's not manipulation now. It wouldn't be that way because there's growth between all the energies. This is the past of the past of the past. This is why the man in the mirror came in. So somebody's starting to realize that. Someone's trying to see it. It's like an awakening with a tower here too. This energy is going to start to see it. So somebody walked away. So to me, it already came in. For some of you. Tell me about the 9 of Pence. Because it's you have no choice but to go towards the unknown. There was something very karmic here. The only way to clear karma is to address it. Queen of Swords. So they could be dealing with an air sign, or this is somebody who is pretty confident right now. Look at both these cards have butterflies. There's a butterfly here somewhere. Oh, right here. One's a monarch, and I don't know what the other one is. Oh, they're both monarchs. She's got one in her hand too. Okay, so she could be the monarchy of the family. She could be the mom, or this could be the other woman. I think it's the other woman with the tower being here. So someone's coming in as heir. Tell me about the Two of Pence. So we got Leo, Libra, Pisces, Leo, Scorpio, Gemini. We have Capricorn. Could be any sign though. Tell me about the Two of Pence. So someone always juggled somebody. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like there's a new opportunity here. It's ending an old cycle to start a new cycle. Ending an old cycle to start a new cycle. And here's the new cycle with the Ace of Pence. Tell me about the Ace of Pence. But it brings pain. It brings regret. What if somebody falls in love with somebody else? Could you imagine the regret somebody will hold, or they've been holding on to regret for a very long time? But you can't change the past. But what if you're dealing with people in situations in society that doesn't know much about spirituality, it doesn't know much about karma, or doesn't know much about lessons, they don't know the depth of it. They've heard the word karma, but to them, when they hear karma, they probably rings a bell and goes, oh, karma's a bitch. They don't understand the depth of karma. So that also means that the other energy that was entwined from 30, 40 years ago, they're put in a hard situation too. Because they could have regret. They could feel bad. This is not easy. But I think any party involved. Yeah, see, so somebody walked away from a new start, a lover. And it could be the High Priestess, or the secret situation, or again, Pisces, but walked away from a new start. And that makes a lot of sense because everybody's entwined. Family, friends, it's like conditioning. This is society, this is conditioning. This is somebody being afraid of being judged. I cannot believe judgment is not on the board. So you have one particular energy that walked away. Knowing that there was a new start. But could you imagine what that person knew there was a new opportunity? They know, yeah, see, there's still probably going to be a reconciliation or healing that needs to be done with the Five of Cups. But I can't imagine being put in that situation too. I would back off too, being like, whoa, you got to consider everybody at play here. But the thing is, you really shouldn't. You do, but you don't. That's just it. So conditioning society that's the bigger problem. But I said it too. I would do it too. I'd probably back away from this shit too. Because it's like, whoa. Could you imagine all parties involved, whether there's children now or not? Like, there's so many scenarios of people giving you shit or being like, I can't believe it, or like, but I just have another lover sweeter than you, sweeter than you. There's definitely a meant to be scenario here. There's a lot of karma too. But the karma is with the person where it needs to be cleared. It's not with the other person. There's one that's karma free, and then there's two people that were in the relationship. It's their own karma. In that 20, 30, 40 years, it was not a waste of time. Because I'm telling you, I swear to you, it wasn't. What it is that you both have grown throughout the years. You can make this work if it's meant to come back around. You just have to deal with society and conditioning. But if you guys have a beautiful connection, get through it together. Approach it the right way. Maybe you just assume the other energy is going to lose their shit, but how do you know the other energy hasn't already moved past it and is like, I've been dealing with this for 10 years. I'm fucking done. I knew it was going to happen. Somebody always had the inner knowing. Why? Because of how something started. It's that simple. You never start a relationship like that, ever. Ever. It's just, it's an epic fail. It's an epic fail. It's not possible. It's just not. I know a lot about karma. It's not fucking possible. It never ends right. Ever. And I'm telling you, if you guys have made it this far, there was breakups and things in between. You went through a lot of shit in between. But no, I'm not even going to try to justify. I'm not even going to try to be like, oh, maybe. Nope. Never ever in the book of forever will something like that ever fucking work. Because it started off with a third party. Someone cheated on somebody. Somebody was sleeping with two people at the same time. It doesn't matter if you were fucking 16, 25, 45. That shit don't work. Ever. You mark my words. There has to be a break. So now someone's karma is rolling your way. But everyone's linked. We have a Saggy energy here too. 8 of Cups is Cancer. No, Scorpio. Scorpio was already here. You got a lot of fixed signs here too. Taurus, Aquarius. Scorpio. Aries. And Aries could have walked away from a new start. Tell me about this Temperance, but it's still divine. Temperance is here. You got the Tower and Temperance. It's divine, guys. There's no way out of this one. Remain confident. There's no way out of this one. Whoa. So there's that. What's with the who cares? Yeah, if you guys still have negativity regarding this situation, I don't know what to tell you. You're fucking screwed. I got no problem telling you that. If you still got negativity to something that you're holding on to from 20 or 30 years ago, shame on you. Then this is your read. That's your regret. That's your blame. Your health is going to go down the shitter and you're setting this karma. I'm here to teach you guys. And if you can't pick up on that, you can't see that, you're fucking screwed. Let that shit go, for sure. You fucking kidding me? Obviously, you're still holding on to pain. Yeah, you might not think of anybody from 20 years ago, but who's to say somebody's not thinking about you from 20 years ago and they roll back around? What are you going to be like, oh, fuck that, you hurt me 20 years ago, there's no way you changed? Where the fuck is your evolution? And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to get you to understand what's going down karmically. So do you want to hold on to something karmically? Because right now we got 5 planets in retro. If you got a chance to let that shit go, let it go. And I'm really not trying to be an ass. I'm trying to really get you to understand the situation here. Because I know I seem harsh, and you guys have been with me for a long time who I'm addressing. You know, but what if this person comes back to you? Are you just going to be like, oh, fuck that? I mean, you could absolutely be like, fuck that. But if you're saying fuck that because this person hurt you or put you in a bogus situation, you're still holding on to something karmic. And we all want to move forward from this shit. Okay? But I'm just saying, like, a lot of this might not be your story, but how do you know it's not your story in 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really important on how you guys are interacting with each other right now, because you need to forgive, you need to move forward. We got 5 planets in retro right now. You guys could be going off of ego right now. I would never do this, oh fuck that, or fuck this, and everyone's jumping on the fucking bandwagon. But if you're gonna jump on everyone else's bandwagon, you're screwed. Because this is someone's karma. And somehow you're linked. Not you necessarily, a lot of people that I'm reading for. Yeah, definitely don't worry about it. Whatever rolls around, you have to deal with it and confront it then. It doesn't mean maybe somebody wants to apologize. It doesn't mean that it's meant for you guys to be together necessarily. But if it's rolling back around your way, okay, there's obviously something that needs to be recognized on your half. You could have been holding on to pain because they didn't choose you. And you may look at it this day and age and say, oh, it's not pain. It was just, or we were young, or I'm way past that. But that had to have scarred you. It had to have hurt you. Because at the time, somebody else chose somebody else and they didn't choose you. So you're all intertwined. So if this story does roll around next week, you might want to rewatch this video. Because I guarantee the 3 of you with the lovers, you all experienced pain. You all experienced either a blockage, whether it was freaking, 5, 6, 8 years ago or not. 20 years ago, 30 years ago. This goes way back. And not way back to another lifetime, way back to childhood. This could be a childhood friend. Never mind the lover. What if you guys were all friends? You lost a friend and a lover. So don't tell me you didn't hold on to some type of pain at some point in your life. You fucking did. And you need to be aware of that. And I need to bring it to your attention that that's a fucking fact. And now there's an opportunity to clear the karma. It doesn't mean you're meant to be together. It means be aware and accept what happens, whether this person comes back into your life or not. Because that means you've been holding on to this for 20 years. You've been holding on to this for 30 years. This person doesn't necessarily need to come back. This is for you to acknowledge that this is happening, whether you're aware of it or not. It's karmic, it's in the air. 5 planets are in retro. This is the current energy. Almost everyone has been cheated on, or you've done the cheating. Everyone fucks up. Everyone. So if you weren't the one that cheated, you were cheated on. The pain is here. It's clear as day. Whether you were fucking 14, 25, 42, 51, 60, 65. Hope you all recognize what I'm trying to say. Whether this person comes back or not, there's a massive lesson here. You got 5 fucking planets in retro. I cannot stress that enough. If this person doesn't come back, you need to recognize there's a good chance your karma is linked to this. And if you want to clear your karma, acknowledge this situation and be like, oh shit, that actually happened to me 20 years ago. Oh shit, this actually went down 5 years ago. You could possibly be holding on to that pain, feeling lack of confidence, you know, could be mental blockages. It could be, you know, now it's had to open up your heart, you know, like, whether you realize it or not, there was damage that was done. It's fucking all over my board. So if, you know, I'm actually surprised denial didn't come out. I just think it's important when something like this comes out, you try to find yourself in this situation. Like, did this happen to me 15 years ago? Like, a lot of people be like, all right, this is not my story. No, fuck yeah. At some point in your life, this was your fucking story. Yeah, this happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago. This isn't current. It's affecting your current situation. It's like a big fucking stop sign in front of your faces right now, ladies and gents, for you to recognize something. Well, I'm glad you can own up to that, Lala. Everybody needs to own up to this. This is, whether you're aware of it or not, there's a massive blockage here that comes from the past. This could have been a family member. This could have been your parents that did this. And it's affected your relationships your whole life. I'm telling you, there's something here like that. It's a big deal. This could be an ex-husband, an ex-wife that cheated on you. And now, I mean, honestly, I was cheated on by my ex-husband. I didn't even put that into the scenario. Hands down, yeah, he met someone right after. Not when we cheated. Not when he cheated. Not we, I never cheated. That was me putting up a blockage, never forgiving him. Always staying in that kind of mode, you know? I could so place myself here with multiple scenarios. How do I know the damage that was done after the divorce and then he instantly met someone? How do I know? Because that affected me, but not enough to be like, oh my God, I want you back, or da-da-da-da-da. Or that could be anger. It doesn't have to be heartache. That can be straight up anger. Like, anger for destroying a family or looking at it as destroying a family. You know what I mean? Like, or again, this could be your own parents. And then you've had this blockage. Shit hasn't worked out for you because family conditioning was never broken. You know? And you're blaming your parents. This needs to be recognized. And I don't want you to sit in pain or X, Y, or Z or regret or take the blame for something. How do you know? I mean, you could have a shitty situation here where a parent blamed their own fucking child for not being able to be with somebody, or your father never stuck around because you were too much to handle. I'm talking fucked up shit. Everybody needs to recognize this somehow. If you really can't place it, then take care of your health. Nourish your own mind and don't worry about it. But there could be a lot of regret and blame and stuff that's underlined that you just weren't ready to acknowledge. There had to have been something, a trigger here. The tower was out. Light workers trigger shit all the time. or meant to, whether it's good or bad. I got to do the push again today too. Last night, it just didn't feel right. So that it actually makes sense that this fade had to come out first for the push. This actually makes perfect sense. So I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, I don't know if this is being pushed towards us or against us, but it needs to be pushed out. So even if it gets pushed towards us, it's for quick recovery to get past, since temperance was there. I couldn't place why yesterday wasn't the day to do it, but I clearly see now why yesterday was not the day to do it. So shortly I'll be doing the push, and I'll let you know when it's available. The push will always, just FYI, I will always upload the push on Patreon before I publish it on YouTube. So once you see the push available on YouTube, you know it was put on Patreon. Okay? And thanks for all the support on Patreon. I love you guys. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. So, anybody have any questions? Besides, like, you know, I'm talking ones that relate to this where there might be a little confusion. You're sitting there like, oh. Would being truthful be for the better? Oh yeah, hands down. Yep. Yeah, always self-love. Things will fall into place. Yep. You'll always have chaos in between. Nothing will really go smooth. I mean, some things will go smooth, but not, if you're on my channel, it's not going to go as smooth as you think. But it will go smooth. You'll be knowledgeable enough to realize what's going on. You know, life will never be easy. Especially when you're awakened. It's not meant to be. Everything's meant to go down the way it's supposed to see your way out of something properly, correctly, the approach, the outcome, so you don't have to repeat it. Okay, can you guys hear me? The minute that came into play, I was like, oh shit. Well, I had 180 of you, and now it's 140. Alright, it's going back up, so I'm back. So, for my newbies, okay? This is like totally off topic and a whole nother subject. A lot of people get pulled into the whole, this is like a whole nother fucking topic. Jesus. But I guess I'm in teaching mode, so I might as well discuss it. It's like bothersome to discuss. It's, you know, it's like pulling me to the read, you know. Okay, so I started this journey thinking someone was a twin flame, and I got that idea because I kept getting pulled to YouTube and seeing all these things, twin flames. I always believed in soulmates. Never ever have I ever in the book of forever heard about a twin flame until I had a spiritual awakening, or it wasn't even like an awakening. Well, it is an awakening, but you think okay, so the person I thought was my twin was my catalyst. Okay, this is somebody who comes in and wakes you up, and it's so powerful, it's so passionate, the connection is whoa, you don't ever want to let go, so you instantly think this is my person. Obsession kicks in, you fucking name it. Then throughout the years of you crashing and you looking like a complete fucking idiot and humiliating yourself to try to win this person over. It never happens. That's who everyone thinks they're twin flame, because the connection is so powerful. The connection is so powerful because this person is a catalyst. This person was meant to come in, awaken you to the world of spirituality, to different worlds, okay? This person's never meant to stay in your life, unfortunately. Fortunately, but unfortunately, okay? And we're all convinced that this person is our twin because of fucking YouTube and society wanting to... Okay. So this is how energy works. There's no such thing as a twin flame. There is a connection that is just as powerful. So there is a twin, but it's not called a twin flame. And I've talked about this with people that have been on my channel for a long time. I'm not replacing one word for another word just to please people, okay? Up there, there's no... connections are connections. Everyone's souls are attached some way, somehow. Most twin flames will never be together anyway. One's hot, one's got more money, one's got less money. One has more knowledge on this, one's got more knowledge on that. One's a lot older, one's a lot younger. There's a magnitude of stuff. If anything, you're meant to partner up or to help each other, but never really to be together. Those type of connections are not meant for you guys to carry out situations with lovers. They're just... it's just not my belief, okay? But I know a lot. So, and mind you, I didn't choose to be a spiritual guru. I didn't choose to be a love guru. It's where my soul took me, okay? And it's to awaken you guys to, you know, stuff that's magical and stuff that's not so magical. It's the reality. The dark will come in, and you need the dark and the light, okay? The dark comes in and puts you on this path of depression and sorrow and you name it, demonic stuff. And it's up to you to see your way out and push through whatever you think a twin flame is. There's so many readers out there, okay? It's actually disturbing to me that people are still doing twin flame readings, because you're just pulling people in and you're not keeping them in good energy. For those who follow twin flame readers, where's your life gotten you? You're probably still stuck in the same situation. Maybe you moved past a little bit, but you're still holding on to that hope. Well, that's keeping you in the dark. Okay, that's there's no evolution there. There's no growth. You're not going anywhere, being stuck in those scenarios. Okay, so I'm not replacing one word for another. We all have connections. Some are stronger than others. So, do they exist? Yeah. But your mind and your soul is so powerful. So it's up to you to push through. It's up to you to choose. Are you going to sit in the dark, or are you going to go towards the light and learn how to then balance the yin and the yang? Okay. And what are you going to choose? Okay. Me, I chose to get you guys out of the situation. I chose to teach you guys so you don't stay in a situation like that, because I stayed in that situation for a good solid 3 years of my life, and it destroyed me. But it's not meant to destroy you. It's meant for you to recognize. But in the meantime, your life crashes and you feel like it's destroyed. Okay. A twin flame, there is spiritual connections, but you're spiritual connected to everybody. Okay. It's how you want to look at it. Nobody needs a fucking name. Everyone's soul recognizes everyone's soul if they're meant to be part of your soul group. And I've been a catalyst. Okay. Spiritual bait, you name it. It's not fun. There's also a lesson for that teacher, though. Okay. And it's really to teach you guys the awareness of kind of what's going down. So I chose to to acknowledge that type of stuff and to get you guys through this. Because for those who have been with me for a long time now realize we got ourselves out of that situation, and thank God we did. Because could you imagine if you were still in that situation? Because I guarantee that person's not even around, still doing what it is they do. Why? Because they're meant to be a catalyst. They were meant to come into this world, and you were meant to experience the passion, the desire, all that stuff.
Pet butlers here and the dogs are gonna bark, so like.
What?
You need to tell Grandpa the pet butlers, the poop.
Okay, where are the dogs?
I don't know, Lucy's downstairs. I don't know if I'm.
So leave Lucy downstairs, it's
You need
fine.
to tell Grandpa. They can just go out there. Someone has to tell them.
They're not out there. Grandpa will figure that out.
Grandpa's in his office. He doesn't know over here.
Okay. Well, I'm not knocking on his office right now, and I didn't even want you in this bedroom. You don't have a mask on or anything. So can you please tell him? Thank you. Shut my door. Thank you. So I don't even know where I left off, but basically, yeah, there's twins. That's not the real technical name. Okay, and you don't normally end up with this person. A lot of people think, oh, my relationship is so fucked up and so messy. It's just a twin flame. We'll figure it out. No. No, you won't. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no reason why there's not more people like me and more teachers. You notice certain people won't even mention the fucking name, and then others get pulled into it? I'm telling you. So it's hard because it's based on your own belief. But I'll tell you right now, it's what?
They just went straight in the back. If no one's home except me, you okay?
Okay, yeah, they normally go in the back. They don't knock anyway. So just don't let anyone out. That one person you think is your twin, you don't end up with that person. It's just, you don't. That person was a catalyst. It was a beautiful moment you guys shared. You could have shared a kundalini. You could have shared, chakras opening. You could have shared a lot of stuff. But to convince yourself that this is the problem. Readers and other people yourselves have convinced yourselves this is why my relationship is so difficult. It must be a twin. Fuck that. No. Because by you putting a label on your situation is keeping you in a scenario that is unhealthy and unnecessary. It's hard when you feel a love, but think about all the times you've loved somebody and you've gotten past it. The next one comes along. I'm so in love. You guys are like little fucking lovebirds, okay? And then there's a breakup. And then the next one comes along and you fall in love again. And then the next one comes along and you fall in love again. You were convinced that was your forever. You were convinced you were going to marry that one. You were convinced you were going to have their babies. You were convinced of X, Y, fucking Z. I am keeping it 100% with you guys. I am not going to be that person to keep you in that scenario. Fuck that. We're stronger than that. So don't sit here and be like, my journey is so difficult. That's self-petty and it's fucking foolish. Fuck that. And that's why I can't get upset with all readers, because they've never reached that ascension. They've never reached, they're only meant to go so far, or they work with dark energy that keeps them in that scenario. But I do know readers out there that know better, and that's what pisses me off. But I'm not going to cause a YouTube fucking war and risk having X, Y, Z with strikes and all that shit. The approach has to be done properly, and I'm still not there yet. And I've been saying that for 2 effing years. Okay? So you go and put a label on something, you're instantly keeping yourself in that scenario. Instantly keeping yourself in that scenario because you labeled it. Or somebody else labeled it, but you chose to fucking hop on the bandwagon. And that's facts. Do you know in the beginning, when I started labeling twin flames, in the beginning of my journey, I would have 100,000 watches on each video. You're reading my story, blah, 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 blah. The minute I stopped and I started expressing that shit, nope. Nobody wants to hear it. 100,000 people want to hear that they have a twin flame. It's fucking sad. It's the reality. I'll always read certain situations, everyone's situations, how you read in my story, X, Y, Z, because I'm reading the energy, the planets, the placements. That's why lessons. How do we get through? How do we push through? What's next? You know. There's the readers I mesh with. There's somebody now that will bring in the whole like twin flame thing, and it's like, I can't believe you're going there. But that's not on me. But there is some readers, you know, that will freaking laugh the minute you mention that name. Like, because you get sucked into it, and it's up to you on where you need to be. And if you're guided to me, you're meant for a bigger purpose. It's an awakening. You know, it's for you to push through and realize it's okay to struggle. It's okay to be where you're at. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to fall apart. It's okay to question your life. It's okay to question X, Y, Z. It really is, because then you start recognizing, well, I don't want this. It shouldn't have gone that way. Like, reality kicks in. Romantic fantasy is addictive, and that's exactly what's going on when you start labeling shit. So there's my explanation on the twin flame, and I didn't even like really get into like my true feelings, because I still battle that with spirit on how much can be said. I start opening gateways, getting pissed, and it was a while. It would take a while. On, I can put a lot of twin flame people out of box too, because we all have a purpose. But it really does boil down to belief, pretty much. So that conversation was bound to come back up again. But I just don't want anybody sitting there and being like, why is my twin flame journey so hard? It has nothing to do with the twin flame. It's your own journey overcoming a label. You know? Spirit's cutting me off. Why is it going in and out again? But I also read my cards very differently than other people. And I've been saying to you guys, I'm waiting for Dorian Virtue hit me up and be like, why are you reading my cards that way? You know? Well, because those cards were tossed to me for years before I came on YouTube, and it took me a good solid year or two to figure out, why is this not coming in? This card keeps getting thrown. Why is it not here? What am I not seeing? Did they walk away from another person? Oh, you mean for 2 years you've been telling me to walk away? But it's read differently. Cards are also very tricky. You have to go on intuition and a lot of other things. You know, a lot of people will disagree with me here too when spirit tricks you. You have no idea. How do you think you learn? You think the pendulum doesn't trick you? Years of heartache and trying to understand. You gotta be your own person and make your own decisions at the end of the day. There's a lot to realize on a journey, and you can't take a journey lightly. For those, and I've had this conversation with you before, you know, you got all these people, and I'm just gonna use yoga and all this other stuff for, you know, retreats, you know, what the certain people, I don't even want to label, you know, go to retreats and they do this and they learn all about breathing and Zen energy, and it's like, you have no idea. I'm on a journey. You know how many people I took off my Facebook and other things? Nah, bitch, you're on an adventure. That ain't a fucking journey. Okay, because you wouldn't be like, I'm on the best journey of my life. A journey is the hardest thing you will experience in your life, and that is a fact. And then you realize things become differently in life because you look at something differently. And you know how many sacrifices you needed to make. You know how much reprogramming you had to do to get to where you are. For those ones that are all like, oh, I'm on the best thing about, nah, you're riding the fucking wave, and it's only a matter of time before you get slammed. That undertow is gonna come in, or you got really great karma this time around and you're good. But you don't want to mess with that either. That one's gonna be even more fucked up. It really just depends on the topic we're touching base on. So, another conversation for another day. And you're saying I'm on a journey, but a journey is all about self-discovery of someone else. So for those who think your journey involves, it's time to look at something differently. And I'm talking about the ones where it's like, you know, it's obvious. You know, like the ones on your social media, friends from 20 years ago. And then all of a sudden they don't preach X, Y, Z. It's great to be into spirituality, but if you're going to preach spirituality, you better come correct. If you're going to be on my page, if you're going to be on my social media, because no. Oh, what, you started reading a certain book or X, Y, Z. You don't learn that shit in a book. You learn it through experiences and heartache and breaking conditioning and the struggle. The struggle is fucking real. So I'm assuming I'm buffering because it keeps going in and out, in and out, in and out. But I love you guys. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I'll be back with the push. And I'll let you guys know, okay? I love you guys. I hope I didn't offend anybody. Everybody hang in there. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I just want to pull one card for everything I just kind of discussed. Happiness. That makes sense. I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. It's all about you. It's a self journey. It's self-discovery. You want it, you go after it. It's not easy to get it. There's too many things with society and conditioning to get there. But you can do it. Okay? I love you guys. And then at the bottom of the deck, you got loneliness. So it's back and forth. You choose. You choose. What do you want? You want to be happy? You want to be lonely? That's light and that's dark. It's exactly what we just discussed. It's on you. All right. I love you guys. Bye. I almost said bye, babe. Bye, babes. You're very welcome. I love you too.